Friends, I want to repeat the story of mm, the beggar and the mad elephant again, because in that video I have found little bit of mistake in the beginning. So therefore I want to make the video again upon the same topic of the beggar and the mad elephant. That, as we have discussed in the previous video, that once upon a time there was a kingdom, a strange kingdom, and inside that there was, in every 10 years, I mean, in the in between every 10 years of tenure of the position of the king, that the past king or the old king is removed and the new king is selected for the and made king for that empire. So that process of election was very strange. That uh, that one mad elephant, there is one mad elephant in that kingdom, and one necklace garland, I mean the necklace, one necklace attached with, or one necklace made up of flowers, the flower garland, you can say that it is like flower garland which people wear. That flower garland is given to one, it is also known as a varamala. That if I say you in Hindi, then only I can, some people can understand that varamala. That vanamala, I mean the god that Lord Vishnu also, he wears that garland. The garland which Lord Vishnu wears is known as Vaijayanti Mala or Vanamala, the flower garland. So that, like that, the garland, the flower garland, the necklace garland is given to that. That necklace garland is given to one mad elephant, and if that mad elephant goes to any, goes to uh, goes anywhere, and to whomever, if it garlands that flower garland, that necklace garland, uh, then that person will be only selected as the new king for that empire. So that was the system of election for that kingdom, that strange kingdom. So this was the strange process or procedure of the election for that kingdom, that within every 10 years, the old king is removed and the new king is placed, or the new king is elected in that way of election, for and made king in the for that particular province or kingdom. So one day, that as there was the election, there was a new election being conducted in that province. And that, as it is, the necklace garland made up of flowers is given to that mad elephant, and it was roaming in all the lanes of the that province of that kingdom, that empire. And this beggar was, actually, very sadly, he was sitting under the shadow of the tree, and he was begging for money and clothes very sadly. So then this elephant, it was searching for somebody in the all the lanes, and suddenly it found that beggar. He was sitting under the tree, and he was begging for money and clothes very sadly. And as we know that that elephant is mad, it doesn't know to discriminate between good and bad, to who is the person capable of becoming, who is able to capable to become the king. So it doesn't know anything it doesn't have any discrimination, and it has gone and garlanded that necklace garland in the neck of that beggar. So all the people have saw that, and suddenly they started shouting, "Hey beggar, we are you are now you are the new king of our town. You are the new king of our town. We got the new king uh, for our kingdom. We got the new king for our kingdom." Everybody started shouting. Means we know that there is the, uh, like how people say that Zindabad, Zindabad, like that. These all people started praising that beggar. They started celebrating that moment of the beggar being selected as the new king by, through that elephant. So this was the like the toss, that how when somebody, uh, s- s- when somebody throws the coin upwards in the cricket team, we can see that, why either if it is heads or tails. That system of toss, like that only, this was the process of this can be compared like a toss, that one mad elephant, one flower garland is given to the mad elephant. If it goes and garlands anybody, then that person will be selected as a new king. So it was the like a toss before the game. So this mm, this beggar was made the new king for that hometown, sorry, that province. And and he was taken to the, when he was selected by as a when he was garlanded by the flower garland by through the this mad elephant. He was, the people praised, they very nicely, they have appreciated him, where they have they have they have glorified him by shouting that, hey beggar, you are new king, we got the new king, we got the new king, like that. And then they have taken him to the taken him inside the kingdom, inside the palace, and he they made him sit on the seat of the king. And over there, before making him sit upon that seat, they have nicely dressed him, they have cleaned his body, filled up with dirt and everything. They have nicely washed his body, cleaned him. They have dressed him nicely with all the beautiful ornaments, with beautiful clothes. And then he was finally placed in the seat of the king. So the that beggar was really enjoying the position of the king in that place. And suddenly one hermit came uh, to that palace, and he saw that the old king was removed and this beggar was sitting in the position of the king, and he was dressed up like the king, and everything was being pampered to him very nicely. So that hermit saw that, and then that hermit have approached him, and he told that, oh my dear king, if you don't feel bad, I want to say one important thing to you. I want to say one mystery, one dark truth behind the seat or the position of the king to you. Can I please tell it to you? Can I please reveal it to you? So he asked for the permission. Then that king, that beggar who was made the king, he uh, he allowed him, he given permission to him to speak. So he said that, okay my dear hermit, you can say what you want to say. Then this hermit told that, my dear king, see, this position of the king is might be very pleasing to you, but actually I want to say the truth that this position is very temporary. It is only up to 10 years only. For 10 years you are, you will be the king for this kingdom, for this palace. As soon as the 10 years get finished, as soon as these 10 years come to end, uh, immediately you will be removed from this position of the king, and you will be taken to uh, one island far away from this province, from this country. And over there you will be thrown there, and inside that island there are ferocious animals. So those animals will snatch away your skin. They will scratch your skin, and they will very badly, they will they will kill you, and then they will eat each and every part of your flesh and skin of your body. So that will be the dark future of everybody who will become the king of this place, of every person who is placed in the position of the king in this place. So when that hermit told this, then definitely this fellow, this beggar, really he got panic, he got frightened, and he asked for the help from that hermit, that, Arey, my dear hermit, if this is the thing going to happen to me at the end, then definitely I would not have been accepted this proposal of becoming king for this for this palace. I would not have been accepted they to make me the king of this place. So if this is the thing going to happen to me, then please kindly tell me the solution for this problem. What should I do? Then this hermit told that, don't worry, I will I am there to guide you. So you kindly follow my instructions, you do according to that, then definitely you will be safe, nothing will happen to you. So that then this hermit told that in the first year you kindly send some of the people of your province of your province to that place, and tell them to clean all the forest, all uh, the forest in that island, and remove all or chase away all the wild animals from that forest. So first of all you tell your public, tell the people to go, or some people to go to that island and chase away some all the ferocious animals, the ferocious wild animals from that island, and clean all the forest over there. Then this king, he told that uh, he asked that will they listen to my words if I say like that. Then this hermit told that in these particular 10 years nobody will say anything against your order. They will follow everything, they will do everything what you will say, and uh, they everything will be pampered to you, everything will be, every facility will be given to you. So therefore now you don't feel any fright, panic, any you now you don't have to uh, now you don't have to feel uh, now you don't have to worry about anything. So therefore you kindly proceed how what I am doing, what I will say to for you to do. So then this king, he told some of the people to go there to clean all the forest and chase away all the wild animals from that island. So and then uh, so the so the like that he told to the people, they have gone there and they have cleaned in the first year they have cleaned all the island, and they have chased away all the wild animals from there. So one completely one that place was made clean, so in the first year. And then this hermit told that in the second year you kindly again you tell that you send the message to those people, you kindly through one of your through one of your minister or some assistant, that please go and inform them to convert that cleaned land, that barren land to into a fertile land, so that the agriculture production, so that there is some production of crops, or wheat production, rice production, or some there can be the production of food for the consumption of the people in that island. So first of all in the second year you you tell you tell some of you tell some of your workers to some of your assistant to go and tell them to to convert the barren land into the agricultural land, and for sake of the production of food in that place. So like that only the king had done. And in the third year again you send some of the people and tell them to construct a beautiful palace for you in that one beautiful palace in that island. So like that only he told, and he had done. One beautiful palace was constructed in that island. And in the last uh, his last advice was in the fourth year you finally shift some people from this place to that island. So like that only he also followed the final advice, and he told some of the people to go and make their to go there in that island and stay there. So now that finally that hermit told that now one new kingdom is ready for you in that island also. So now when you are removed from this position of the king after the in the end of the 10 years, at the end of the 10th year, then definitely you will be thrown in that island, and over there also there is one kingdom ready for you. So now you are completely safe, nothing will happen to you. So through this story we should understand that nowadays in the society the men became like that beggar, the in the story, that they are very sadly begging for the sexual pleasure, and like that only these women can be compared to like that mad elephant. They are not having any discrimination to whom they have to marry, they have to select as their life partner, and by that they are blindly doing the marriages, and at the end uh, they are be suffering with a lot of problems in the relationships, or uh, they are facing the violence from the side of their husbands. So these all things are happening, just like how the uh, that in the story that and also the one more thing in the stories was that this hermit also told that uh, in the to all the previous kings, whoever became the king in this place, to all of them I have told the same thing, that please, this this position of the king is very temporary. In this in this particular tenure of the 10 years, you should prepare for your future. If you don't prepare, then you will be placed, when you are placed in that island, then you will be killed. So they have not cared, they have not accepted uh, my my words, and finally at the end they were thrown in that island and they have died. But you are lucky, you are so fortunate that, see, you are able to accept my words, you are able to take my words seriously, and you have very nicely you have prepared yourself for your future. So you are lucky, you are fortunate. So therefore we can see that, like that only, when the people, they are now, this current Kali Yuga is not made for the marriages, because now the generation is becoming very very much filled up with sufferings. Population is growing up in a very vast scale, in the very large scale. The population is keeping on increasing, and the unemployment rate is increasing. There is no proper uh, there is no proper food production, there is no proper uh, nature, there is no proper environment, there is no proper uh, lifestyle of the people. There is no proper financial conditions in the society. So in such kind of condition, if we do the marriages, if we give birth to children, then definitely it will be a big uh, tragedy. But it is more worst than any kind of crime in the society. So that will be calculated as the crime uh, in the supreme law of the god, because this is against something nature, because nature is suffering, nature is unable to bear the load of so many sinful people in this upon this earth. So when that imbalance happens, then definitely there will be wars, there will be devastation, there will be disturbances in the society. So therefore this is not the proper age. So people, so they, this thing people have to understand. Constantly the great philosophers, the great spiritualists are teaching the society to not do the marriages, but still people are so blind in the lusty, in the sexual pleasure, in the sexual impulse. They are so badly being driven by the sexual impulses. They are so badly being they became so mad in the sexual enjoyment that they became just like this mad elephant only, this both this men and women. So therefore they are doing marriages, and at the end they are suffering. So these women, they are under the sway of lust, they are like this mad elephant. They are going, and they, to whomever they are getting, they are just garlanding. I mean, in the marriages we can see that people, they garland the flower garland, they garland the flower garland to each other, and they, like that they do the marriages. They finish their marriage is finished only when they garland the flower garland to each other. So this is the thing, that they are like the mad elephant, they are selecting anybody as their bridegroom, and these men are also, they are jumping in the joy and ecstasy as soon as they are getting some lusty proposals from uh, some opposite sex, or some opposite from the from any girl or woman. So they are jumping in joy and ecstasy, but they are not understanding the truth or the dark reality behind this relationships, or this love, this fake love that is in the society. That for some time only we will get the love, and as soon as some disturbances or unfavorable conditions come in the lives of the people, immediately they will leave us, and they will shift, or they will change their choices. So like this is the condition of the current society. So therefore, before you are uh, before going to depression in uh, so you should you should take the preventive remedies the preventive remedies before you being trapped by this kind of uh, this kind of situations, or before being trapped by this kind of allurements of being attached to somebody. You should take the precautions in the beginning only. So you should try to listen to these kind of stories, and you should try to get motivated, and then you should try to prepare yourself like that king, that beggar, how he had accepted the words of the or the teachings of the sage, and he had prepared himself for the future, and therefore he was safe. So like that only, if you listen to the words of the spiritualists, if you listen to the words of the great philosophers, that you should avoid marriages, means you should avoid the marriages, you should avoid the sexuality. Then only this current society uh, can become healthy, and it can grow in the path of spirituality. It can grow, or it can progress in the path of in all the sectors, in all the uh, positions, uh, in all the sectors of the life, in all the sectors of the life. There only it will be possible for the public to grow, if if they follow the teachings of the great sages and saints. So my request is for that, please avoid this kind of allurements, that how the women, they are blindly doing the marriages. They should avoid this, and they should try to shift their mode of enjoyment from the material to the spiritual. Thank you.